I know I've been posting a lot less on YouTube lately, and in this video, I just wanted to have an honest conversation about what I've been up to and share a bit of my journey in real estate. This might not be for everyone, and you're welcome to click away if it's not your thing. But for those who've been curious about why I haven't been posting weekly recently, let's have a chat. You've been following me on Instagram. You might already know that I joined Andy Zheng Team some time ago. I definitely recommend following me there as I post more regularly, including property tours. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to join Andy Zheng Team to take on the role of sales manager, helping support a team that has been growing rapidly this year. At the same time, I'm really happy with my own production. 2025 has been my best year yet in my real estate career since starting in 2019. Honestly, stepping into the sales manager role wasn't easy at first, but I've genuinely enjoyed helping the team grow. I truly believe there's so much room for growth heading into 2026, and I think this will be a big focus for the Andy Zheng team moving forward. Andy openly shares all of his knowledge without hesitation. It's a rare thing to find someone like that. He's a true leader whom I really admire and learn a lot from. Since taking on this role back in February, we've gone through both the highs and the challenges together, and not for a second have I doubted that this journey is worth it. I genuinely believe we can build a very strong team in 2026, and I'll be sure to keep you updated along the way. I know this isn't the type of video I usually make. I wanted to take some time to talk about my personal journey over the past year, but also have you stick around because I'll be sharing my take on the current state of the market and a bit of my outlook moving forward. If you're curious about who's actually buying and selling right now, or if you find yourself in one of those situations, this definitely be worth watching. Now, to explain why I haven't been able to post weekly videos for most of last year is simply because I've been busy helping buyers and sellers while also assisting with the growth of Andy Zheng Team. Moving forward, I'll do my best to continue making videos, though they won't be as weekly as they used to be. That said, for those of you who enjoy my property tours, as a team, we're getting listings almost every week, so I'll have plenty of homes to show you. Not everything will be posted on YouTube, so make sure you follow me on Instagram, where all my property tours will be shared. I hope to see you there more often. Now, let's talk about what's actually happening in the market. I'm sure everyone has heard that the market isn't great, but don't let the headlines fool you. Whether the market is good or bad really depends on whether you're a buyer or a seller. I won't bore you with complicated craft, but what I can tell you is that over the past 40 years, there have only been a few periods where the market truly favored buyers. If you're a first-time home buyer, this could be one of those rare opportunities. Of course, there are uncertainties. The job market and the overall economy aren't strong, and that's a big reason why the market is lower right now. That's also why I always tell my clients that the best time to buy is when you're financially ready and can comfortably afford it. No one can perfectly time the top or bottom of the market, and if someone says they can, they're really just guessing. Not even the wealthiest man in the world can predict that. Unless you're planning to flip a property within a year or two, there isn't a huge gamble for buyers who are looking to hold for 5 years or even longer, especially in the freehold market. Now, the condo market tells a very different story. To put things into perspective, in 2025 alone, roughly 30,000 new condo units came to the market, one of the highest levels we've seen in recent years. Looking ahead to 2026, another 16,000 to 17,000 units are expected to be completed. This is on top of a record high active listings, which peaked at around 30,000 units during the summer of 2025. In short, supply is far outpacing demand, and as a result, condo prices continue to struggle. As much as I hate to say it, I don't see the condo market improving in 2026. That said, for first-time home buyers who already have their down payment saved, this could present a great opportunity. The freehold market has already seen a significant correction from its peak in 2025. To be honest, I expected freehold homes to be more resilient going into this year. However, having worked with both buyers and sellers across Durham, York region, and Toronto, I've seen experiencing firsthand that some neighborhoods are down 15 to even 20%, which is a substantial drop. I still have a handful of sellers planning to list right away in January of 2026, and unfortunately, the reason behind those decisions are not very positive. For those expecting a strong rebound in the real estate market in 2026, in my opinion, that is unlikely. Could the market become more stable? Yes, I believe that's possible. However, overall market sentiment remains weak. Even with interest rates stabilizing around 2.25%, the market has not rebounded as many expected. That's because real estate is ultimately driven by consumer confidence, the broader economy, and the job market, all of which are still under pressure and not where people hope they would be. The reality is that the real estate market is heavily influenced by the government policy and politics. While no one could have predicted the pandemic, decisions made both before and after it have played a major role in shaping today's market conditions. Trade uncertainty, including the impact of tariffs, changes to immigration policies such as the restriction affecting the students and investors, and regulations impacting landlords and investors are all directly affect the demand. With clearer and more supportive policies, investor confidence could return more quickly. Real estate is driven by people and policy, and sometimes it only takes a small adjustment for the market to move in the opposite direction. Canada still has a long-term fundamentals, including abundance of natural resources and global appeal. However, in recent years, certain policies have increased uncertainty and risk, which has weighed on confidence. Ultimately, the direction of the market will depend on a choice made at a national level. In the near term, I don't see major changes, which suggests the market may remain stable or potentially decline modestly, perhaps around 3 to 4% annually. That said, don't let the narrative completely shape your thinking. I often hear people say that nothing is happening in the market and that there are no sales at all. In reality, more than 5,000 transactions took place just last month. People are still buying and selling, especially those who need to sell. As I mentioned earlier, I already have a few sellers who must list right away in January due to separation or divorce, and others who simply need to sell because it no longer makes financial sense for them to hold. In these cases, it's often about cutting losses sooner rather than later. For buyers, I'm seeing many more opportunities in today's market. If you're ready, it's worth seriously considering a purchase because timing the absolute bottom is nearly impossible, especially if you're buying for a long term rather than a short term hold. Let's connect. I'd be happy to analyze your situation and help you decide what makes the most sense for you. Don't hesitate to reach out. Wishing you a wonderful day and a prosperous year ahead. Signing out.